All right. What's going on? What's going on, people? What's up to my barbers out there? All of my master barbers in the building. What's going on? This is Mr. Taper's Barber Life as we talk all things barbering. I got a few topics today. Uh, but first, I want to shout out all our potential sponsors, such as the Connecticut Barber Expo. That show, May 20th to the 22nd, in CT, Connecticut. And I want to stop acting like this is just a regular show. The Connecticut the Connecticut Barber Expo is the biggest barber show on earth. That's the best way to put it. The biggest barber show on earth, the Connecticut Barber Expo, May 20th to the 22nd. I'm pissed off that I missed the 10th anniversary last year, but I am definitely going to the 11th anniversary. Shout out to Jay Majors. I've known you for a while, brother. I've known you from the first Connecticut Barber Battle. And all I can say is salute, much praise to you, because what you have done with this barber battle, not even a barber battle, but this barber show, this barber event, it's incredible. So shout out to Jay Majors. But the Connecticut Barber Expo is a tremendous event. If you are a experienced barber, if you're a new barber, if you're a student barber, if you're a barber who's been cutting for 40 years, this is the show that you want to go to. Connecticut Barber Expo, that's CT Barber Expo, at CT Barber Expo. Also, must shout out Bronner Brothers. Bronner Brothers Hair Show is going on in New Orleans. Notice I had a little Louisiana accent, Orleans instead of Orleans. But in New Orleans, on the April 1st at 12 p.m. in room 261, yours truly will be teaching a barber class entitled Classic Fades versus Drop Fades. It's going to be a great one. And I'm not trying to brag, and this is all true what I'm getting ready to say. But I've taught at a lot of hair shows. But the Brown Brothers Hair Show, when I teach, I get a lot of compliments on what they have just learned from taking my class. Make sure you show up. Special guest, the one and only Vinny Vino. We're getting him out of retirement. Nah, he hasn't really stopped. Vinny Vino has been under the radar, but he's got some big things coming up, and I'm gonna let him tell y'all when you see him. But he's gonna be our special guest barber. It's gonna be a great show. So Brown Brothers, April 1st, 12 p.m. Room 261, New Orleans, at the Ernest and Morial Center, or it might be Morial. Either way, shout out to Brown Brothers for allowing me to teach once again. And excuse me, but before I start every show, I'm gonna make sure I give thanks to God. He's brought me a very long way. Um, I never thought I would be doing this again, just something as simple as a podcast. But trust me, thank you, God, because He has brought me, my health wise, an incredibly long way. So I just want to give all praises due to God and our Savior, Jesus Christ. So thank you. Okay, so we got Bronner Brothers. We got the CT Barber Expo. Oh, Major League Barber. They got some big things coming up. They got shows this year in, let me see if I can remember. I'm going to look it up. One is in Niagara, one is in North Carolina, one is in Philly, and one is in Tennessee. I'll get you the dates and all that. Just look on the screen, and then I'll put it in the link as well. But Major League Barber is definitely doing some big things this year. Shout out to my man Nori West. So, yeah, that is all our sponsors for today. But today, I gotta put my glasses on here. Today, I wanted to talk about what I call ICE, ICE, interesting client experiences. Have you had any interesting client experiences? Well, I have. And this is the beginning of our segment called ICE, ICE, interesting client experiences. Well, today I cut a 15-year-old, I cut a father and his 15-year-old son. And it was a great experience. Now, the funny thing about this experience is it almost didn't happen because they walked in the shop exactly as I was getting ready to eat my lunch. Now, the old me would have put my lunch down and said, "Come here, sir, let me take care of you." But the old me says, "Yo, I'm eating my lunch. If you're there when I'm finished, cool. If not, it don't matter." Now, I know my customer service barbers are like, "No, that's not right. You should have took care of them, or you should have said, 'Hey, excuse me, I'm getting ready to eat lunch. I'll be right with you.'" And I don't know why I didn't say that because I should have. But when I say they walked in at the exact time I had the lunch in my hand, I just didn't want them. I just didn't want them to have an attitude, and then that would have made me say, "Okay, shit, let me go ahead and cut them." But anyway, they came in right before I was getting ready to eat lunch. I had my lunch, and they were still waiting. So I was like, "Hey, can I take care of them?" Now, they had the energy they had was kind of low at first, and I wasn't really sure why. But I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta build this dude's energy up. It's too low. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in his head. I don't know if he's mad at his wife. I don't know if he's mad at his job. What's going on?" Anyway, we start talking, and he tells me he has gone to his last barber for 15 years. He says that. I'm like, "Oh shoot, I got one of them." You know what I mean? And if you've been a barber, you have had this situation happen to you. You cutting somebody and they say, "Oh, I used to go to my guy for 10 years, 15, 20 years, but now I live in this area." And the thing about it, that's great that you went to that barber for that long, and I salute that barber for taking care of you. But you have to give the new barber a fair shot because in your mind, your experience with your last barber was so good that you're like, nobody's gonna be able to cut me like Joe. Joe was the best barber I've ever had. I don't care what this barber does, he is not going to be as good as Joe. You know, I'm saying Joe in parentheses. So you already didn't give this barber a chance. So anyway, he says, I've been going to my last barber for 15 years. However, he didn't say it with an attitude. He was just letting me know. So I was like, oh, okay. And it was a simple cut, curly head fade. You know, Puerto Rican. Son was 15, Puerto Rican. Curly head fade, about a 4.5 on top. Didn't even touch the top. He had a little light beard, shaped that up. Then Dad got a bald fade and then shaved his beard completely shaven. So when you ask for a completely shaven beard, that's when I got you. Because that's when I can let my magic happen. Pause. But that's when I can let my beard magic happen. Because if you want a clean shave, I got you. I'm already in my head saying I'm getting ready to get a humongous tip because when I'm done taking care of this face, I know that no barber has ever done this. I'm going to be the first. And you may be saying, well, what do you do? Well, my beard treatments are very, very unique. Now, check it out. As good as my beard treatments are, there is a young lady in our shop, shout out to Sharice, who does excellent beard treatments to put mine to shame. Mine are good. I'm not going to, put mine down. Mine are really good, but hers are like, it's incredible. But anyway, he said he wanted clean shaven and a bald fade. I hit him with the hot towel. I hit him with the massage cream, everything. He got the works. Okay? And the fade was super duper clean. Puerto Rican hair, super clean. The blend was tight. The blend was blurry. And it's funny how it used to take me so long to get that texture of hair, that Spanish hair. It used to take me a long time for me to get it even just halfway decent. And now I can actually get it blurry and it doesn't take me long at all. So anyway, I hook them up. Clean shaven joint. That's my secret weapon. The beard, my beard treatment. Give him the mirror. He's like, oh yeah. He's shaking his head like, yo, you did it, bro. You really did it. So I'm like, okay. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, this will be a nice little tip. I might get about 5, possibly 10. Well, he gave me a $26 tip. I was like, yo. In my head, I'm like, you go on my phone as VIP client. Okay? VIP. And then, before him, I get another VIP client. It is rare to get 2 VIP clients in one day. And I'm not talking about getting 2 VIP clients who are regulars. I'm talking about 2 new VIP clients. And you say, well, what's a VIP client? A VIP client is a client who tips you $20 or more. Okay? They have to tip you at least $20. And it is what it is. You go in the VIP section. Now, I try to treat all my clients the same. However, those VIP clients They get a little extra. They get a little extra. I check on them more often. Speaking of which, I got a super VIP client that I haven't seen him in a while. I got to check on him. He was a weekly bald head, and he used to hit me with the 50 joint. And yeah, that was good every week. Shout out to my man King. Where you at, kid? I need that 50 joint. But either way, yeah, I got to hit up King. But anyway, my VIP clients, $20 or more, you automatically go on the VIP list. So I got two of them in one day. It's very rare because I could get 5, 6, 7 walk-ins in a day, and I get good tips. I might get $2, $3, $4, $5. Those are nice. But the VIP joints, those don't come every day. And if you are a barber who gets them a lot, I'm going to say more power to you. I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to say you're lying. It is what it is. You get them more than me. But let me tell you, I don't. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't get them that often. I might get about two a month. Yeah. Now, when I say I get two VIP clients a month, I don't want you to be like, "Damn, you only get two VIP." I say about 90% of my 99% of my clients tip. No, I say about 95 of my clients tip. But VIP, $20 or more, that does not come every day. And for those barbers who are acting like they get it every day, $20 tip every time, that's kind of rare. That is kind of rare for most barbers. Let me say that. For most barbers, it's kind of rare. So anyway, I was real happy today. Got two VIP clients. One I was getting ready to give away. So I was real happy about that because I think I only cut like 4 heads today. Let me see. Father, son. Yeah. I cut 4 heads today and almost made $300. That's crazy. And for those who are in LA or on the West Coast where you charge 50, 60, $70 a cut, you must excuse me. I understand. That may not be that much to you, but it's a nice amount to me because cuts out here start out 35, 35, 40. That's the average base for the cuts in our shop. 35, 40. So anyway, it was a good day. It was a good day. How much time we got? I don't know. Let's see what's on this IG board. See what's happening in the world of barbering today. I tell you, I am real excited about the Bronner Brothers show because there's some new techniques that I want to use that, in fact, the last Bronner Brothers show I went to, it was right when cordless clippers were starting to become a big thing. I remember that because I still had all corded clippers. I think I might have had, shoot, I don't even think I had my Babyliss, which was my first cordless clipper that I used in heavy rotation. But it, the cordless craze had just kind of started. But now I'm going there. I'm gonna have all cordless clippers. So this is a new experience. It'll be my first barber class with all cordless clippers. Um, do I miss my corded clippers? No, no, and I say no because of the Oyster Octane. That right there makes me never ever miss having a corded clipper again because the Octane is a super duper powerful clipper. I could do a whole show on the Octane, but just to give you guys a little backstory, I had always used corded clippers. I was a 76er guy, Oyster 76er guy for many years, and then I stopped. And I put down my detachable blades. I put those down about 8 years ago, 9 years ago. And I would have still had them put down if, with one day, I was super blessed because a man walked in the shop and he was like, I got these oysters octanes for sale. I was like, how much? He said 120. At 120, them things are like 350. This is right out the box. And guess what? I bought them. I bought them. I started using them regularly, and it reminded me how much I used to like my detachables. But you got to understand, when I put the detachables down 9 years ago, I wasn't as good as I am now. So I'm bringing that extra knowledge of today with the detachable, and it's just like magic. My fades are just super blurry. I'm cutting, first of all, it's a super powerful clipper, so I'm cutting through straight hair and bulk hair with ease. It's like cuts that would normally take me an hour and a half are taking me like 20 minutes. So, shout out to Oyster Octane. You could send me one in the mail if you feeling like you want to be a nice company. Because I do need one for my mobile kit. And I was like, damn, I got to spend 350, but I got to do it. I got to do it because you gotta have a detachable setup. And if you're a barber and you're like, I don't need it, give it a try. I don't really like to say this, but get one from the beauty supply store. Don't rip the box open, and just try it for a few days. And make sure you have at least 4 blades. Make sure you have at least the 5-0, the OA, the 1, and I say the 1.5. Now I'm skipping a few blades only because I said at least if you got those at least those 4, you can do good. But if you want the complete setup, get the 5-0 all the way up to the 1.5, all the blades in between. But if you use that for a few days, I'm sure you will like it, and I'm sure you will see that hey, this is a serious clipper. So shout out to the guy. I don't know his name. He never came back. He never was a client. He just walked in and was like, "Hey, I got some clippers for sale," and boom. Ever since then, I'm a believer, big believer in the oyster. So yeah, I think that'll be it for tonight. Like I said, shout out to Connecticut Barber Expo. Shout out to Bronner Brothers doing their thing April 1st weekend. Shout out to Barbershop Connect 20th anniversary, August 27th, I believe. Yeah, Dallas, Texas. And we're going to talk a little bit next time about the NorCal Barber Expo, Northern California. They are doing something big coming up, so we're going to talk a little bit about them next time. Either way, keep cutting, keep striving to be the best barber that you can be. I am Mr. Taper, and we are out.